So I'm Emma Burns. I'm a PhD student here at the Centre for Disability Law and Policy, but for this week I'm going to have my Craftivism hat on. So we're going to have a Craftivism session. I'll explain a little bit what that is now. So crafting and activism is Craftivism. It's a way of looking at life where voicing opinions through creativity makes your voice stronger, your compassion deeper, and your quest for justice more infinite. Nice words by Betsy Greer, who is the queen of Craftivism. Craftivism comes from, it has a long tradition. I mean, we can go back to the French Revolution and the women who sat knitting while waiting for people to be executed. The type of work that we're looking at, it has links to the arpilleras, the narrative quilt squares, sewn by Chilean women protesting the injustices of the Pinochet regime. The AIDS memorial quilt, which really made it impossible to ignore the AIDS epidemic, and was so powerful that even the Reagans came and inspected the quilts, and it really changed how the AIDS epidemic was viewed in the 80s. There's now over 48,000 panels in the AIDS quilt. It grows every year. Craftivism is used campaigning for justice. Some of you might be familiar with the death of Conor Sparrowhawk in the UK. And from that, there was a campaign to get justice for him. And activists like George Julian put together a campaign of Craftivism where people did 107 days of action. And they took a day, and some of them crafted, some of them wrote blog posts, some of them did media. But a lot of it was around handmade small parts of activism, making protest banners by stitching. They made a huge quilt. It's absolutely beautiful, that quite often is displayed at events like this. Craftivism is also used in political campaigns. We used a lot of it last year in the abortion rights referendum. One of my colleagues from Tip for Choice will be helping to facilitate the workshop this week. She crafted a huge banner that we hung from the Rock of Cashel, one of the most iconic landmarks in Ireland. People use it like the Pussy Hat campaign of the Women's March in the US. Going back to Gandhi, people who created scarves for suffragettes, all of this work is rooted in this idea of using crafts for activism. Community actions, the men's sheds. It's quite often crafting is seen as a woman's task. It's seen as something domestic, not as valuable as art. But we see that it's expanding its remit, and the men's sheds movement is around supporting men and their mental health, and the idea is they work shoulder to shoulder while creating objects that are of use. Also, guerrilla gardening can be used for community activism, or yarn bombing. There's currently a warfare going on over 2 knitted bollards in the UK that were knitted up for Pride for this month, that keep disappearing and suddenly reappearing. So, this is ongoing stuff that's being used. This is the Craftivism Manifesto, tiny print, and I'm not expecting you to read it, but this will be available later in the Dropbox. And it just explains a little bit more about what Craftivism is. So a craftivist is anyone who uses their craft to help the greater good. Your craft is your voice. It's about sharing ideas with others in a way that's welcoming, not dividing, and celebrating traditional crafts in new ways. It's about creating wider conversations about uncomfortable social issues. And crafters are makers, hackers, menders, and modifiers of material things. My craftivism can be different to your craftivism, and that's okay. Craftivism encourages people to challenge injustice and find creative solutions to conflict. And craftivism does not expect you to come with skills, but to come with willingness.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Can you speak closer to the microphone?
Sorry, yes.
And try to slow down, because we have so many non-speakers.
Yes, sorry for speaking too quickly. And we're nearly at the end now, so I'll have to go very slowly. So our Craftivism space for this week will be in room G006. It's here on the ground floor. The room will be open for the rest of the week. We have myself as one of the facilitators, Maeve Ryan, and we will also be joined on Thursday by Christina Burke and Anne Mahon. They are self-advocates, and Christina is an artist, Anne Mahon is a crafter, so they will be helping as well. And the idea that we're going to work on together this week is called Root and Branch. Now, this is the working title. We just came with an idea, but we're hoping that everybody here, or some of you at least, will come and change that idea The whole idea is to co-produce something together. And the end outcome is not actually what we're working towards. It's the craft itself. It's the working together. It's the talking. It's the pulling out different ideas and weaving them together. So what we're planning to make is a piece of art, a piece of craft. In relation to the idea of the family, we've chosen the symbol of a tree. And the roots of the tree will represent the principles that we work by. What principles, ethics, and morals inform our lives and our work. The trunk and the branches represent the paths that we take, working and actions. And the leaves of the tree are our aspirations, our ambitions, our goals, and the outcomes that we want to see. So the idea is that we will craft pieces of the tree together. You don't need any skills. You don't need to have done this before. You might be an expert. You might be able to come and teach us how to do it. We're all amateurs. We're very happy to learn from anybody that comes. We've tried our best to make the types of crafts that we have available accessible. If we don't meet your particular needs, then we'll work through and find a way for it to work. But we've got a big selection of different types of crafts that everyone can have a go with. We're not looking to create some perfect object at the end. The perfection is in the working together and the talking together. So we'll end with this by Sarah Corbett. She's the founder of Craftivism in the UK. Craftivism is gentle activism, it's graceful activism, it's transformational activism. So by working together, we can transform our thoughts. We can sit quietly and think about what we've learned here in the different sessions. We can think about how our experiences are shared by others, or how they're different, and we can learn from each other through those differences. Above all, we hope it will be joyful activism, that it'll be a space where people can just come and hang out. You can come and see what we're doing. You don't need to take part if you don't want to. Or you can grab a piece of material and just stick it on with a bit of glue, and that can be your contribution, and that's fine. And I hope we'll see you down there. We'll be there all week. Okay, we hope to be finished by Thursday evening, and then on Friday we will display the piece here in the main room. Okay, so please come along, have a go. You can take the pieces away and work on something during the week if you want to, or you can just do it there in the room, and that'll be fine. And we'll support you any way that you want to, but we would really like it if as many people as possible could come and just become part of this piece of work together. Okay, thank you.